Well, hello everyone, it is a new day here on the Mistcraft server, and behind me is what we made in the last episode. It's been a while since the last episode, and it is because of a couple of reasons. One, this thing kind of wore me out just a little bit. I mean, it's really big. This took so long to make, and quite honestly, it did burn me out just a little bit. So I have been dealing with a bit of that. Plus, you know, I've just been doing some other stuff. But the big thing is technical issues. I've been dealing with so many technical issues as of late, and I have finally gotten a bit of a resolution. I now have a PC. Yes, I have been playing on a laptop, and I finally have gotten a PC, and so I've been waiting for that to all get complete before I can continue with my episode. Another thing, really sad, I had actually started this episode already, so we already have progress at our base. And, well, the footage is all really messy and I don't really want to use it anymore, so we're not going to. So you can already see some progress on the forum. Quite a bit of progress has been made. We are starting off this episode with this thing. This is going to be a marketplace. And, well, it's quite empty. It's not finished. I'm not a huge fan of how some of it turned out. Mostly the roof. We will get that fixed later on, but that's fine. And also these cool column things, I don't know, I just see them in like pictures of the Roman Forum and I thought they looked cool, so we have them now too. We have some cool like flames on these ones. These are supposed to be like statues, kind of like angel, I don't know how to do it. So that's also definitely something that we are going to have to figure out. In addition, we have some cool things here at spawn. Firstly, we have Phantom that made this big, cool tavern, and it's really nice. Inside, you can see all these different little armor stands with a bunch of different names. It was from a roleplay SMP that we had recently finished called Echoes SMP. Now, I do not think you guys will really be seeing a POV from me, at least from this first season, but I do recommend you guys check out the others when they start coming out. We really haven't had any POVs come out. So it may be a bit, but another big thing is we have kind of a new server member. Don't entirely know. I kind of just invited her when we were bored one day and we were on a Discord call. This is Toonsy, and she has been brought onto the server literally because we were bored and we thought it would be fun. And I'm an admin, so I can admin abuse. Yeah. So we gave her a little house in the donut over here. I don't know what's going on over there. That's not my problem. We gave her and, well, helped her out build this little cottage in the spawn area, and I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I mostly helped out with this roof up here, and we helped out providing heads. She has so many heads here. Anyways, that is Toonsy's base. We may see her sometime during this episode. I really don't know. You are going to be seeing her a lot more on this channel soon. And I'm really excited. She is a whole lot of fun to be around. So I'm excited for you guys to see her on here as well. Additionally, our shop over here has been doing rather well. Just today, I logged on and I got over a stack. Hold on, I think I have it in here. Yeah, a stack and a half. I got exactly a stack and a half of diamonds from here and from my little shop out here. And this also means, though, that I actually have to restock. And no, I'm not fully stocked yet. Still don't have all the lime dye that I have. Like, still don't have all the lime dye. But I'm running out of white wool. I'm running out. Well, I'm fine on light gray. And I'm fine on my green so far. But if we go up here, I'm nearly out of black. I'm out of black wool, and I'm nearly out of gray wool. So I think we're going to have to just boom. Come on. Yeah, and then we're gonna have to go over to Dye City and actually restock this. Thankfully, the ones that I am out of stock of are probably some of the easiest to restock. I mean, I have black dye, which is really easy to get. I have gray wool. Gray dye is also relatively easy to get because I have an abundance of white and I have an abundance of black. I mean, the storage room doesn't really show it because they're all kind of in their own storage areas. If we come over here, I don't think I've actually showed off how much squid ink I've gotten from my ink farm. Maybe I have. I think I have actually. But it's really crazy. Down here I have changed it just a little bit just because, you know, this is going to my storage system. So I've had to make the little way out. So it goes all the way up, goes up here, and yeah, we've seen this before. But, wait, but this is all my leftover squid ink. So we're good at the moment. All I need is literally this much. Oh, well, we're gonna have to come back for it. It's fine. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and continue restocking this off camera because this is kind of a mundane task. And I don't think this is really good for content, but I kind of wanted to show off kind of this process that I'm going to be having to do for a little while. And I actually really want to get my other dyes in stock, which means probably more AFKing, and yeah, I need to do a lot of work on that. So maybe that'll be something that I do in the background, but for now, we're just going to get all of these things that I have pretty easy to get. I'm gonna get those restocked. Boom, there we go. We are back in stock. So I think that means we're gonna go back to the base and get things done. But actually, I kind of want to do something first. I've never done it before. Also, peep this thing that Practical is making. We're going to be doing that, I don't know, this episode? Hopefully this episode, I'm not entirely sure, but we're going to be doing that soon. If you remember the cartel thing, how we have games, that is going to be the cartel game right there, made by Practical. I believe, judging by what I know about it, it's supposed to be kind of reminiscent of Decked Out, made by Tango Tech, so I am excited for that. I've played Decked Out quite a bit, and I love that game. But this has been here for a while. Plover has made a dropper game, and I have not played it before, and I think he said that he actually resets it every so often, and I'm curious. I want to try it. I'm guessing this is the entrance, right? I believe you pay for it. I don't know how much. Let's see. This is the pit. The pit is a dropper that costs 2 diamonds per attempt every month. The dropper will get harder. This stage is the easy stage. I mean, pretty much everything makes sense. Okay, well, you know what? We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it out. And I have diamonds to spare, so I mean, this is gonna go well. Let's do these. There's 2 per attempt, so let's do this. Let's do this. Do we think we can do this first try? I don't know. I don't know. This is actually, I mean, this shouldn't be that hard. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, this dude put, oh, he put entities down. Oh, I thought I saw my spawn. Ugh. Bro put entities at the bottom of the dropper so I could not see them from the top. So I would think that, so I would think that the middle, which is very, very obvious, is actually the way to go. And it's not. It's a death trap. Oh, he's so smart. Dang it. It's fine. Again, I said I have so many diamonds, so this is fine. This is fine. We're doing this again. This time, we're not going to aim for the middle. We're going to aim for one of these side bits. So if I go like right here, I just go, ooh. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, yes, there we go. There we go. We did it. We did it. What is this? Oh. Player chords size. Put the size of the whole chords in who you are on the next page. I'll get to you about pricing. It is easier for both of us if you wait. What? Oh, that's right. All right. I remember. This is actually also a shop. If you need some giant hole dug by Plover, then this is the place to do it. Because Plover really likes digging holes and pits and stuff. So this is what this little entrance is for. If you don't feel like using the dropper to get down here. Ah, okay. Well, I don't need a hole dug. I just wanted to do the dropper. And we were successful. Second try because he's not very nice. No. All right, now we're gonna get everything and we're gonna head back to the base and actually get some work done. The most of this episode so far has just been me yapping about what's changed, what I'm up to, all that stuff, and that's kind of boring. So I think we actually have to get some progress in. So I think let's head back. All right, I think it is finally time that we actually get some work done at the base because we've been walking around all episode. We've done the little dropper that Plover has done, and I think I actually need to do some stuff. At the beginning of the episode, I did already mention that I got this started when I was initially recording this episode, and this is supposed to be a market. This is supposed to be kind of inspired by the one in Pompeii, more specifically the part up there, which we'll get to. This is basically a market that is kind of split into two parts. The bottom part is going to be where we have a lot more of our cheaper goods, usually kind of produce and stuff. So we're going to have like vegetables and plants and all that stuff down here. And then upstairs, I made another arch. If we go upstairs, this is this is really ugly. I'm sorry. I'm not done with the roof. I want to probably change it just a little bit, but I don't really know what to do yet. So it's probably gonna stay like this for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. So this is the area where we're going to have some more of the expensive stalls. In this middle area, this is where they would sell like fish and meat and stuff in Pompeii, I believe. So probably something similar to that will go here. I would like to make this area like a little nicer, a little bit more decorated, so we'll try and do that as well. But yeah, that is going to be the top section. This needs to connect up to over there, I guess. I don't really know where this is going yet. I'm playing a lot of this by ear, so I need stuff to go here. I have ideas, but I need to actually do those. Those will probably be actually something that I actually go into creative and plan. This build right here, I just built on the fly. Like I was just making it up as I went, and I don't mind it. I actually like how it looks. It's just the front bit that I like. The sides I don't like. And I have an idea for how to solve this. Do a little bit of terraforming, because I love doing terraforming. So hopefully we can do a little bit of that maybe today. Again, not good at keeping promises. Don't know if we're gonna get to that today. Maybe. I think my goal is to get this area done and probably extend the forum a little bit and just have it all decorated. And probably by next episode, we're going to kind of finish up the forum. I think we're gonna have a build here and then everything past it. And I think, yeah. Oh, and then obviously the build in the corner as well. So I think that's probably the course of action for the forum. And then we're relatively finished, other than just adding some decoration to kind of bring this place to life. I really want to find a donkey so I can make like a carriage, like a cart drawn by a donkey. I don't know why I want a donkey. Not a horse, a donkey. So I need to find one at some point. Don't really know where any are. That'll be fun to find. But let's try and get a little bit of this decorated. So I think what we're going to need is some armor stands, a bunch of things for placing things on, great wording, and some item frames, and of course a bunch of vegetables, which I need to find. So I have gotten myself a good couple things. I want to test out what a possible little market stall kind of stand could be. So maybe we're selling carrots over here. And I'm thinking we have, I'm like currently like thinking this out as I go. So this is going to be really great. Like say we have something like this. And then we have boom, boom, right? Boom, 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 boom. Do that. Oh, no. Oh, this is very entertaining. All right, we kind of have a little bit of a thing like this, right? My thought is, oh, I don't think this will actually work. My thought was having some, yeah, I wanted this. I wanted it to look like this, and then having the stuff on top, but then that would be a lot of armor stand work, and I'm lazy, so I don't really want to do that. So, what's another good way of doing it? All right, let's try this again. I have a little bit of a photo reference, and I say that there's a 3D reconstruction video of Pompeii that I've liked to use just a little bit, just to help me out just a little bit, and they have a good kind of idea of a little bit of a market stall. So I'm going to be using that just a little bit. I'll link that video in the description just because it is a really cool video. So I think what we're gonna do is we are going to just start over here, and we're gonna do, I already forgot what I was doing. Oh, we're gonna do some like kind of just small tables like this, right? And then we're going, I think they're going to be like maybe like this long. And then we'll have kind of our things on top. And then we can do stuff like this. Just for decoration, we can have like barrels, composters. Ooh, my goodness, look at that. It's so nice. It's so good. I don't know why I feel I sound like I'm being really sarcastic. But it's okay so far. I don't know. Maybe once we start getting our like things in, my one thing though is that it's not gonna look very good with just one of these dudes, right? I would rather we have like multiple, and I don't really feel like doing a whole armor stand work, especially all over here, just because that is so much work, and I am again lazy. So I don't know. We're gonna try and I think just lay this area out. I mean, it could just be kind of that the market is not completely full, so we can have some stands that have stuff on them and some that don't. Yeah, my one issue is I don't really know what to put behind this. Like, I could just kind of do some trapdoors, right? That is not how you do it. We could have some trapdoors in the back. And like this back area could be, you know, like where the vendors are. So they could have just they could have some extra storage or something. Maybe some just extra crates. I think that might work. And then we need some things in these corners because it is sad. But I think stuff like this, and then just kind of continue it down with variation, I think will work well enough. Ooh, and also probably some flower pots and stuff. I think I'm getting ideas. I also would like to get some pots. If I can find any. Do I have any in here? Just off. No, okay. Okay. And I think just something like this, just kind of repeated down the line, you know, with variation, I think will work. I mean, now we just need to add some vegetables, and obviously back here is really kind of just plain. I think this is just supposed to kind of be where the vendors stay. I know in the little reconstruction that I've been looking at, it's kind of like the tables are kind of two-sided, so you can come here, there's more things on the back, stuff like that. And I'm not copying a block for block or anything. I'm doing it how I want to do it, and that's how I want to do it. So we're going to probably just be doing that all the way down. And we have some going at the moment. Obviously, they are not completely full. I've really just been laying out the area, and I think it has turned out all right. We've actually turned it into a kind of double-sided thing instead of there being vendors stations kind of just behind it. So you can walk on either side to see all the different products that are in stock. This right here and also over that way is a little kind of food ordering testing area. I don't know. In Rome, they have a lot of these kind of areas where they basically have fast food joints. And this is kind of what it's like. They have like these little big things with like a little hole in it, and that's where all the food goes. And yeah, I have a couple here. Maybe, you know, they have like some really good like stuff with the produce that they're selling right here. I don't know. And then there's a similar smaller one in this corner as well, just to kind of fill up the space. Again, this area is not really decorated yet. We just have kind of these things laid out. I actually just need to put stuff on them now, which I'm not gonna do yet because I've gotten a little carried away. We are going to be working over here next, but that is not the only thing that I've gotten carried away with. If we go over by the starter base, I've been doing a little bit of work revamping the area. Yes, I think it looks a lot nicer. We have some really tall trees. We've made this area a lot more kind of urban. It's a lot more kind of marble. I think it, you know, seeing as it's a temple, I think it deserves a much nicer area, and I think this works a lot nicer. And this altar right here, and unfortunately I got rid of Practical's head and put a crafting table there instead, because I've kind of done a little bit of a lore to the Roman area. Seeing as this in this temple, it's basically a temple to me. I'm basically a Roman god, right? Yeah. So in order to appease me, you gotta sacrifice a crafting table. Don't give me one, you gotta sacrifice it. So it's like, you know, you gotta burn it in front of me or something, in front of the temple for me to be appeased. Maybe you throw it into one of these flames, I don't know. And I was mentioning, because I did this on a live stream, because I was really just randomly like, ooh, I want to do this. And so I did it. And on the live stream, I had mentioned that, you know, I have this temple instead of the big one, because that's, you know, where Jupiter goes. I have a nicer small one because I'm humble. I'm a very humble man. And I am totally fine with having this nice, smaller, quaint temple. And yeah, this area is looking really nice. And I also have these little red boxes blocked out because I want to put some buildings here as well. So I think some homes and some shops, stuff like that would go here. I'm thinking we might have insulae, which I think that's the word. They're basically Roman apartments. And maybe like that could be an insulae. Actually, I was thinking about this being a government building, but I might change that. I'm not entirely sure. It might go somewhere in there. Or this could be it. I'm not entirely sure. But we are working in this corner now because I had mentioned that there was something I wanted to put here. And it's finally time for me to put it here. And we are going to be building a temple to Vesta. In Rome, the goddess Vesta, I think she's the goddess of the hearth, right? She's basically the Roman version of Hera? Correct me if I'm wrong, I believe. Basically, temples of Vesta will have this flame in the middle. And basically, if the flame goes out, it symbolizes that there is going to be some kind of catastrophe, that Rome is going to fall. So it's kind of, it always has to be tended to, it always has to be lit in order for Rome to prosper. And it is tended to by Vestal virgins, which are just a bunch of priestesses who tend to the flame and live around it. I don't know if I'm going to be building any of the quarters. You'll just have to come up with where they live, because I don't know if I'm building that. But the Temple of Vesta is going to go right here. I think it's going to be slightly walled off, just so it has its own little kind of area. Maybe it has a little courtyard, some trees and stuff, because I think this area needs a little bit of greenery and not as much, you know, just builds. So I think that will go here. And this stone wall, which I have kind of just been doing everywhere, this is a blank slate. This is not going to stay stone. Hopefully. I mean, once I start like covering the area with builds, you're not really going to see it much. So I can kind of get away with it just being stone, but I'm going to try my best not to, and hopefully texture it or just make it look better at some point. But for now, I want to get the actual builds in rather than focusing too much on these walls. So my friends, I think it is time for us to actually do a time lapse this episode. I know, isn't that crazy? I haven't really done one yet. I really haven't done a whole lot of progress. It's finally time we actually do it. So yeah, let's get started on that. And the Temple of Vesta is complete. We have to do some exterior things, but the building itself is done. This didn't really take a whole lot of time, and I am quite frankly pretty happy with how it turned out. There isn't really a whole lot to it. It's a pretty small building. That's just kind of how the temples were. They were pretty much just little round buildings with a flame in the middle, and that's kind of what I did. And this is supposed to be a little statue of Vesta to the best of my ability. I tried to make a statue. Didn't really work, but I hope you can kind of get the gist of it. I don't know. So yeah, that is our Temple of Vesta. I'm trying to figure out the best way to decorate out here. I was thinking about hopefully having it kind of walled off a little bit, just to have its own little space, and then also add some like greenery maybe right here. But I think I'm going to need to think a little bit more about that, because I need to be done with this episode. I've been getting sidetracked this way, that way, every way. I have not finished this. I have this to do. I have those things to do. I need time to think about my next course of action, whether it be up there, over this way. I don't really know. Probably this way. I really need to do stuff this way. I don't want my forum to just be like half a forum. I would like something at the end of it. So hopefully next episode we will actually get a build at the end of the forum, because I just keep expanding this way. Look at that. It's so empty. Nothing's there. But yes, this episode, I fear, is pretty much over, I think. This is going to be it for today. I know it has been rather boring, if I do say so myself. It's been a little boring. I apologize for that. Very talky, very kind of build with me sort of episode. My microphone has been really bad. Oh no. As I was saying, my microphone has not been the best as I've been setting up my computer, and hopefully it is getting better. I'm hoping that where it is right now as I'm recording it isn't too bad. We'll see after I finish and I go back through the editing. I hope it's all right. But yes, hopefully we'll get a little bit more into the swing of things come next episode. We will hopefully have our little cartel games finished. We actually started them, and then the server died, so we have to do it a little bit different. We have to do it another day. I'm excited for this this riveting storyline to come to an end, or lack thereof. I don't know. I'm just climbing up the mountain real quick. Oh. Should I be concerned about that? It wasn't like that at the beginning of the episode. Okay. Let's just go away from there for now and just not think about it. Anyway, that is going to be the end of today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall see you guys in the next one, whenever that may be. Bye.